Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. Now this is a 105 leFH18B2 French Tier 5 Premium SPG, which the tank drivers know as leFH, but What Arty Noobs players know as the Fifi La Pew Pew. Now this one is being driven by entilzhar, and he's a member of What Arty Noobs, and we've seen his battles before. And we're on the east spawn of Sand River. Okay, he's setting off for his firing position in company with a Dicamax and a Hummel that's carrying the stock gun, the 15cm gun that's also used on the Gorilla. Now it appears that the Dicamax is going up the hill and entilzhar is firing from a position slightly further down the hill. Okay, he's looking for targets. There's the Type 64 in the riverbed, and there's an M8A1. Oh, that wasn't fully dialed in. That's going to miss the target. Yes, it did. You can't fire shots with this Arty unless you're fully dialed in. Now, he was dialed in on that target, but the target moved after he fired. So, since it's at such a long range, chances are the shell's going to miss. And I think that was a wasted shell as well. Yep, because it wasn't fully dialed in. Okay, right. We've got a T-34 in the cover of that dune. Got to let the reticule dial in, otherwise, oh, that's not dialed in, that's going to miss. It did. You've got to let the aim dial in. If you don't let the aim dial in, you will miss the target. And he's fired again and missed. I can't stress this highly enough. You've got to let your aim dial in on target. Okay, we've got an AMX 12 ton, and he's rapidly approaching entilzhar's position. He's going to come around that corner in a second. The Dicamax is rushing to help. The AMX 12 ton stopped. He has actually... Oh, the Dicamax took a hit there. Okay, the AMX 12 ton's just around that corner. The Dicamax can probably take him out with one shot, or at least badly damaged. Oh, he bits in a big hit. 299 hit points with his first hit. He's trying to get round that corner so he can put another shot into that AMX and finish it off. But entilzhar has to be worried, because if he gets spotted, the enemy Arty will be on him in the shot, and the AMX has been killed. Well done, Dicamax. Okay, now he's back to aiming at the enemy. Okay, there's a SAL 42. That's a French Tier 4 medium tank, and it's sitting in the town. Oh, he fired clutch when it wasn't fully dialed in, but he did hit the target. He was lucky on that. Oh, but there's a T50, and he's attacking that Skoda. Oh, and he fired clutch there, and he nearly hit his teammate. Oh, and the Skoda was taken out by one of the allies, one of the members of entilzhar's team, the Strodny Viz 39, the medium tank. The Czech medium tank just took out his own teammates, so that might mean the T-50s managed to pick up a lucky badge for that team kill. Now, there's an enemy spotted. A Lux has been spotted up in the top in the pass. Now that shot was fired clutch. That's definitely going to miss. Again, he's got to let the aim dial in. Okay, fires. It wasn't fully dialed in, and again he's missed. The target's moved. Now, wait for the target to be stationary. Dial in, round out. This should hit. And it does. And he gets a kill. That's his first kill. No, second kill. Because, of course, we've got the SAL 42 as well. And there's a T-34. And he's up on top of that rock. And it looks to me like he's staying still and shooting from that position. And unfortunately, that shot fired clutch missed. Now, he's dialed in fully now. Round out. Oh, and that's RNG made that shot miss. That's unfortunate. But he is fully dialed in, so he fires another round in. And that time round he got a hit. 59 hit points. It's ready to go again. Round out. No, it hits the ground. The T-34's moved on. And that was the Su-85. Just taken up by the T-30, the Type 64. But we're losing teammates. We're 5 tanks down at the moment. 5. And there's the T-50, the same one that caused the problem. And he fires clutch. again and misses. Now let the aim dial in, please. He's dialed in now. Round out. Oh, he would have got the kill. The shell would have hit the rear of that T50. I'm certain of it. Now, M8A1 up on the ridgeline. He's got the big gun. That's the, I think that's the 3.5 inch, isn't it? The derp gun. Not the usual gun you find on the M8A1. That's normally the 57mm. But that is the KV1, I think, is it? No, that's the Hellcat. Oh my god, the Hellcat's got this far close. This far down. And I think there's a KV1 there as well, in the dip. Here comes the Hellcat. He's over the edge. Now, there's certain that entilzhar will be spotted. He fires and shotguns the Hellcat in the rear and picks up 207 hit points. But there's the KV1. Now, that's a shot there just coming from the enemy Arty, who are after entilzhar. And he gets a shot into the KV1, 110. And the KV1's ignoring him. KV1's going after the Dicamax. And he fires another round, 167. And the Dicamax takes him out. And that, oh, it was actually a Stug who took him out. Sorry, not the Dicamax, the Stug. And that was a round from the other Arty. And I'm sure the other one will be firing. Oh, there's the M41. And he's been hit by the T80, who's up on the rock. And the Stug takes out the T80. But these rounds are coming in from the enemy Arty, and they are stunning him. He needs to get out of there. Now, I think enemy Arty is going to lose sight of him any second now. Okay, now they're going to think he's going to go up that line. And he's backing away now. Yep, there's the shell from the enemy Arty. They thought he was going to move straight on. He didn't. He backed up. So he fooled the enemy Arty into thinking he was going ahead. But we know that there's a T-34 up ahead. There he is. Okay, that T-34 is going to see him. He dials in, fires him shotgun. And that T-34 is taken out by the Type 64. Now he's going to have to move because that was a shell from the enemy Arty. And there's the other one, the M44. So he's been hit by both enemy Artys, the M41 and the M44. He was stunned by the M44 and did some tracked him. Okay, his track's up. Now he needs to move and he needs to get out of there. The M41 is going to take 20 seconds to reload, so it's going to be a while. There's the M44. He's been spotted by the Type 64. But he fired clutch again, and of course that's going to miss. It did. Got to let the aim dial in. And he's fired a blind shot there, but it didn't hit. Looks like the Type 64 is going to go after that M44. Yep, it's definitely... the Type 64 is going up into the dunes to find the M44. So what entilzhar needs to do is dial in on a spot, and then as soon as the M44 is seen, adjust the aim and shoot. Okay, can shoot now. Round out. Oh, and his round lands near where the M44 was going to be, so it's likely he probably would have got a hit. But the Type 64 is moving. Looking for the other Arty. Oh, the other Arty's just taken out the Type 64. Oh my god. So there's just a Stug 3G and entilzhar left now. The Stug managed to got 6 kills so far. So he could platoon with the Fifi and they pick up a brothers in arms. The Type 64 have 4 kills. So between them, they've actually so far killed 13 of the enemy. In fact, there's only one other tank that's actually been killed by a member of their team. That's where entilzhar thinks the M41 is, in that dip. And I think that's probably where he is. He more than likely in that grid square. Okay, the Stug's going to go up and have a look to see if he can find him. Yeah, the only other member of the team who actually did a kill was the Strodny Viz 39, and that was one of his own teammates. Now... oh, there he is. Yep, he was there. The Stug didn't look close enough. But luckily the M41 missed, and he's got a 21-second reload at best. Now, entilzhar aims, but unfortunately he's pulling away from that position. If the Stug can spot, entilzhar can put a round in. He's still got 12 rounds. And that one landed near. Okay, he's fully dialing in now. ready to go. Round out. That's going to be close. It is 92 hit points. Now, I think he's tracked. Next round's out. And that tracks him again. 12 hit points. This should be the kill shot. And it is 126 hit points. Fully dialed in. Beautiful shot. Hits the target. Wipes him out. So between him and the Stug, they managed to get 10 kills. Oh, it's a pity they didn't platoon. Oh dear. Okay, right. Well, it was the second class tanker for entilzhar in the 105 leFH18B2. The Fifi, or as other tank drivers know it, the Leffy. And he also picked up a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 13 in that battle. And he picked up a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. And lastly, he picked up a Stark's medal. He actually received at least 2 penetrating hits from the enemy, or 2 hits from the enemy. And killed at least 2 enemies and lost 2/3 of his hit points during the battle and survived. And of course he did. He fulfilled all those conditions. So it's a really difficult thing to get the Starks, but I know I've collected enough of them myself, and it means you've been through the wars if you have got one. Let's have a look at the team scores. Well, he didn't get top on damage. That went to the Type 64, who managed to get 1,503 hit points. entilzhar managed 1,295. When it came to kills, the top one was the Stug. He managed to get a top gun. He managed to also get the Judas and fire for effect. He managed to get 6 kills. entilzhar got 4, and the Type 64 also got 4. But when it came to base XP, again he was third with 743 experience points, beaten by the Stug and the Type 64. Now, he fired 33 rounds, got 7 direct hits, 7 penetration and 4 splash. That would be actually a bit higher if he dialed in some of the shots. He didn't dial them in. His damage was 1,295 hit points, of which 630 were at more than 300 meters. He received 2 hits, 2 penetrations, and 3 hits as a result of splash damage, and they were from the enemy Arty. He hit 6 of the enemy, 2/3 of the enemy team, 2/5 of the enemy team I should say, and killed 4 of the enemy team. And on a premium count he earned 36,194 credits, and after repair and ammunition resupply he had 31,198 credits spare. He received 1,115 experience points, but it was ×2 for the first victory of the day, and he got 446, so he took home a total of 2,676 experience points altogether. So well done there, entilzhar. All I would say from that, and I think you can take away from it after seeing that battle again, is that you really need to let those shots dialed in. When you were dialed in from the target, you actually did get hits on the target, especially the M41 right at the end. Fully dialed in, right on the target, bang, you killed him. And several of the other shots, like on the T50, you fired on him when he was he was already dead because somebody else had killed him, but your shell did hit the target. So if he hadn't been killed by your teammate, you probably would have got him as a kill as well. In fact, I think it was the Stug or the Type 64 who claimed the kill on that particular occasion. But anyway, very good battle, apart from the dialing in. So please dial in future. If you like this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel. And hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in my next video.